Yes.
And also, you understand now what kind of company you are going to work with, how about their payment, how about their HST and everything. And you have the chart of accounts in the bottom. Those are the accounts you are going to use it. And you have trial balance, you have vendors information, and how much is outstanding from vendors, customer information, and how much outstanding from customers. All the informations are here. First of all, I'm going to explain about how this software is working. This is the home. This is the home screen for QuickBooks software. Everybody open this software. That's what you understand about this. And I'm going to show how to navigate in QuickBooks. The QuickBook offers 3 different ways of navigation. The popular way is the large area. This is the large area. This is the popular way. And we have menus, we have icons. Starting from the vendors area, I'm going to explain about starting from the vendor area. You notice how to design the flow chart to follow the activities to work with invoices. These are the flow chart. You can identify the flow charts. This is the vendors area. In the vendors area, this icon is for invoices. When you receive the invoices, you are going to click on these icons. Then you will see a kind of form. You have to fill up the form. The system will generate automatically all the accounts. I think some of the people, they work with the software, then they will understand. Most of the softwares are similar. And when you open this icon, then you can see bill. That one is the purchase invoice. This is for the credit purchase. And this is the vendor. When you click on the arrow, you can see list of vendors. You can select which vendor you are going to record. For an example, I am going to open one of the record, one of the vendor. And next, when you open the vendor, you can see all the information. Because when you are setting up the vendor's information, you are giving all information and the terms and everything is there. See, this is one of the vendor, and she has net 30 days. You understand what is net 30 days, right? They can pay in net 30 days. That is the term. And when you put the date, according to the date, the system automatically calculates the due date. Everything will automatically record. And after that, you have to put the invoice number. This is the memo number, reference number. This is your invoice number. If you have the invoice, you can find out the invoice number. I'm going to put some invoice number. And after that, this amount, you don't have to touch anything. You are going to fill up all the information in the bottom. The system will bring the total amount here. For an example, I am going to find one of the expense account. Okay, there are 2 tabs. One is expenses, one is items. If you are working with merchandise, you can go with the item. Otherwise, you can go with the expenses. Even though if you are working with the merchandise, expenses also sometimes you will use it for advertisement, rent, telephone, those kind of things. You are going to record in the expense account. I'm going to open one of the expense account. If I want to open the expense account, there is the arrow. Click on the arrow. You can see the list of chart of accounts. These are the chart of accounts in the book. I'm going to select one of the general expense. I'm going to click one of the expense. After that, there are 2 columns. You can notice one is text, one is amount. I'm going to click tax for HST because the Marlin Makeover company, they are having HST. When I click on HST, then the amount, you have to put the amount. I'm going to put the amount $100, general expenses. When I put the $100, the next one is memo. Memo is the narration. I think you know, like when you are writing the journal, you are putting the memo, right? That's the memo. After you put the memo, you can notice the tax is calculating automatically $13, and the total amount is coming automatically, $113 here. You don't have to do anything with this number. By mistake, if you made any mistake, you have to correct. When you are correcting, sometimes if it is not changing, there's a button recalculation. Then when you press recalculation, it will calculate automatically. And one other thing, if you select HST, I'm going to show that also. Okay. Now, I selected the account, and also I'm going to put the number here, $100. After that, I'm selecting the HST. Oh, no. I'm going to erase this too. Okay. Okay. Starting from the beginning, now I'm going to select the account, no tax. I'm going to put the amount. And now I'm going to select the HST. Okay.
Matilda, I have a question.
Yeah.
So suppose in the real world we're working with QuickBooks,
Yeah.
and we receive a bill or an invoice, and you know how typically a bill will have, you know, the total after-tax amount, after the GST amount. Well, we have to look into the bill and don't take the bottom line, that total with taxes. We have to punch in here where you're, you know, where you put in the $100. We have to find the subtotal before taxes, correct?
Yeah, that's what I want to show now. Because you have the total amount. If you put the total amount, and then press the HST later, the system is this system is taking the total amount here. This is your invoice total amount, right?
Yes.
That's it. You have to select HST. You have to put the number first, and then you have to select HST. In that case, the system automatically calculates your HST separately and your price separately. Total will give here.
Okay. So this is the best way to do it.
Yeah, this is the best way to do it.
Okay.
Sometimes if they have some delivery, or if they have some of the, this is also good. This is also good. If you have subtotal, first you have to select the HST and put the subtotal. The system will calculate automatically GST on the top. And
well, what if you don't? What if the subtotal is hard to find? Can you just put in the total and it'll? You put it up there. Oh, where the $100 is, you would put it up there. Now I understand.
No. You don't put it. You don't have to put it here. Just put it here.
But I know. But down below, you put the subtotal amount. But the up where the $100 is where the actual total goes.
No, I put $100 here. The system is calculating and separated by itself.
Oh, it did it by itself. I got it.
Yeah, I put the $100 here. Then I select the HST. The system break down into HST and the price.
Oh, I get it now. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry. I just have an opposite question. If, let's say, you input a wrong bill, how you can make changes?
Yeah, that one you are going to learn it in this exercise.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
Because if you made any mistake, how you are going to change? Everything you are going to learn in this exercise.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Now you understand about how to record the invoice credit purchase. Yes. After you do a credit purchase, you can see the flow chart. the flow chart is going to pay bills, right?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
the first step for the credit invoice. This is the second step. When you click on this, you will see all the outstanding payable, all the outstanding payable you can see in this screen. See, there are so many companies outstanding. Keep It Clean, Faces Inch, Keep It Clean, and Office Outfitters. If you want to pay only for one, you can select here. For an example, you are going to pay only for Keep It Clean. When you click on the Keep It Clean, the amount will come automatically. This is the invoice amount. The total invoice amount is coming automatically. In case if you want to do partial payment, you can erase this amount and put back $100 or $150 or whatever you want to pay. But if you want to pay the full amount, just click it. The amount will come automatically. The total how much you are paying is here. And also in this company, they mention some checks they are writing manually, some checks they are printing, right?
Yes.
That one, when you are reading, you notice that one. In case if you write manually, when you are putting information in your software, you have to put all the information, check numbers and everything, right? If you leave it to printing by the computer will notice that check number. But if you have a manual check, for an example, now, see, come down. This is the date you have to change it when you are paying. And also, this is the check option. To be printed or assign the check number. To be printed means you are going to leave to computer to print. Assign the check number. If you have manual checks, you have to assign the check number in the system. In that case, click on assign the check number. Then pay selected bills. You have a small dialog box. In the dialog box, you can put the check number and then send OK. Then everything will be recorded. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
This is for the check to be printed out?
The check already you written by manual.
Okay.
If
This
you want,
is the opposite. This is if you want to write a check. It's a written check, so you would record the number there.
yeah.
And
If
the
you want to
details.
leave it to print a computer, you have to leave it this. To be printed. To be printed, the computer will print. When you give the command, computer will print. Sometimes some vendors, if you want to give urgently, you are going to write the check manually, and at that time you have to select assign the check number. When you see the dialog box, you have to put the check number and pay select a bill and say OK. The system will automatically update everything. You understand that, right? When you start working with this, you will understand more than what you are watching. Now, this is already finished. This is purchase invoice. This is credit purchase. If it is cash purchase, that is in a different place. Cash purchase, you are going to immediately you are going to print the check. In that case, this is the you have to go to banking. This is the banking section. In the banking section, there's a write checks. When you click on the write checks, you are going to see the screen same as like the previous screen, but the color is different. But the same action you are going to do it. Select which bank account you are going to use for the check, and also then you are going to select the vendors and date and invoice number, date, and come back in the bottom, write all the information, account number, tax, amount, and the narration. Then it's automatically the total will come. And if you want to print the check, there's an option here, print, then you can print from here. Otherwise, if you do many informations at the same time, leave it not to print immediately. After you finish, you can go back to file, print forms and checks. Then when you click on the checks, you can see all the vendors, you can print everything at the same time.
We use this write checks when we want to write a check for someone, right?
Immediately you want to.
Okay.
This is a cash purchase. if you want to pay immediately. If you have a term, that is credit purchase, right? That one you can go back to step 1 and step 2. Both places you can print the check. Both places you can print the check. But that one is the credit purchase, this one is the cash purchase. Credit purchase, you have time, 30 days. You are leaving for 30 days. And when the time comes, you are going to print, you are going to use the second step. Any question? Next one.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is for cash payment, right? So when you print out the check, right? So
Cash,
does it?
yeah.
So does the QuickBook have like a place where the record keep, or is it like you have to do it manually somewhere else? So for example,
everything is saved in the QuickBook.
Okay.
But
so for example, so when I write this check, it will get recorded somewhere in here that I wrote this check?
No, you don't have to. You can check in the software. If you want, you can check in the software and print if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, all the information will save in the software.
Okay.
You don't have to write down anywhere. Yeah. That is when you are doing the manual check, you have to do, manual bookkeeping, you have to do those things. In the software, everything is saved in the software. Okay. Next. I already explained about vendors. Now I am going to explain about customers. This part is for the vendors, this part is for the customers. Under customers, you have create invoice, receive payment, create sales receipt, statements, statement charges, statements and returns. If it is credit sales, credit sales, 2 steps. First, you are going to print the invoice and send it to them. Then you will receive the checks from the customers, right? When you print the sales invoice, you have to go to create invoices. When you click on create invoice, you are going to have a screen. You are going to record everything in the form type of information, but the system automatically creates a journal. When you started to do the exercise, I'm going to show where you can find out the journals. Now, this is the customers. Click on the customers. Then you will see a list of customers and you can select one of the customers. I'm going to select AIM International. And then you have to put the date and then invoice number. Invoice number for customers, invoice number, that is our invoice number. The first time when you give the invoice number, then automatically create the invoice number according to the dates. Then you don't have to worry about that. The first invoice you have to give the number, then automatically the system will create the invoice numbers. And the same thing the check also. Check number, first time you have to give the check number. That is our document. The system automatically creates the next check number. And after you put the name and the invoice number, and you can see this is the terms which comes automatically. When you give the date, the due date will come automatically. Now, for purchase, you have 2 tabs. One is for items, one is for expenses, account numbers. But in the sales, you have only items. Even if you have services also, you have to prepare, you have to create an item for the each services. So when we select the customer, date, invoice number, now we are going to select the items. When I go to the item, you can see the arrow, click on the item, you can see all kind of services here. Remember the Marlin's Makeover, they have clothing style consultation, customer, so many kind of services they are doing. According to that, when I select the item, and then we have to put the quantity. If you have a quantity, sometimes if you have only one, you don't have to worry about that. If you have 2, 3 quantities, when you put the quantities, I'm going to put quantities, 3 quantities. Then this is the price, $190. The system automatically calculate 3 quantities price. And HST is coming automatically. See, you can see the HST and the subtotal. The subtotal is here, HST and the gross total. You understand that, right?
Yes.
If you want to print the invoice also, you can leave everything at the end. You can print file, print form, and also you can print. I'm going to show that one also. I'm not going to save it. I'm going to clear this. Oh, there are 2 buttons in the bottom, save and new and save and close. If you click on save and close, the system is going to the home screen. If you click save and new, you are going to have the same screen again. If you have so many invoices, sales invoice, you can do it save and new, you will have the same screen, you can record it. You understand that, right?
Yes.
I'm going to clear this. After you send the invoice, then you are going to receive the check from the customer. And this is the flow chart is going here. You can see that. And this is the icon you have to click on when you receive the check. When you receive the check, you have to click the customer. I'm going to select AM International. When you click the customer, you can see the outstanding balances. They have 2 invoices outstanding. One is 588.50. One is 117.760. Yeah, sounds wrong. And if they pay partial payment, for an example, they pay $2,000. One invoice of this and partial of this. And you have to check the check and write down the amount according to that. And in this software, use tab button in the keyboard. It's automatically go to the next step. Press tab button and see the system automatically put the tick mark. The first, the old invoice is taking the whole amount. The other invoice is taking the partial. No, sorry. I put more clear this. I'm going to put 1,500 because I put more than the invoice total. When you press the tab button, AIM International, tab 1,500. Press tab button. When I press the tab button, the system distribute for the first invoice the full amount, and the second invoice is put the balance. It is, yeah. The system automatically distribute. In case if they pay only for one invoice, then you have to take off the tick mark and mark which invoice they pay according to the check.
Matilda, may I ask you something?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. There were 2 invoices with the total amounts 1,500, or I just cannot get it.
Okay. Now, this is the partial payment they are paying. This is the partial payment they are paying. For an example, this customer,
They owe $1,700 currently.
Yeah.
They sent us 2 bills. One is dated the 18th of January on the top. Second one is dated the 28th. And together we owe this company, AIM, $1,765.
Mm-hmm.
So we're choosing to pay $1,500 only. The system will automatically pay the one that's due first, the 18th, in full. Mm-hmm. And the difference of the $1,500 will go towards the other one partially.
Yeah. Are you okay, Valentina?
Yes, thank you.
1 minute. This customer payment, we are receiving money from our customer against accounts receivable.
This is
right. Okay.
We are receiving money from the customer. When you receive the money from the
Okay.
customer, you have to open the customer's file and put the amount
Okay.
and the system automatically apply for the invoices. In case if they,
Okay, good.
when they are sending the check, they always mark it in the check, this money is belong to which invoice. In that case, you have to choose. If you have 2-3 invoices, if they pay only for one invoice, then you have to take off the tick mark and put the tick mark for the particular invoice.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I'm going to clear this. Now you understand how to do the credit sales and payments. Cash sales. Cash sales, when you receive money immediately, any card, debit card or cash or check or whatever, that one is, this is the icon you have to use it. This one is cash is debit, sales is credit. This one is sales is credit, account receivable is debit. When you open this, almost similar, the same kind of data entry you have to do it, but the transaction is different. Different icon has different transaction. You understand that, right? When you open the form, open the screen, you can see everything. Here is the customer. You have to select the customer, deposit to what. Here they are saying undeposited funds. In this software, they are teaching about undeposited funds also. That means if you have 2-3 bank account, until you deposit, you don't know which bank account you are going to deposit. In that case, when we are recording the information, we are putting everything in the undeposited funds. Then after we deposit, we are transferring from undeposited funds to bank account. That's what they are going to teach. That one also, there is an icon to transfer. I'm going to show that one too. Otherwise, if you know immediately which account you are going to deposit, you can select the account, bank account. Some company, they are depositing weekly until whenever you receive the information, you are recording in the system. After they deposit, then if you put in the undeposited funds, then you can transfer to your bank account. In that case, you can see the flow chart is going here. That is the record deposits. After you finish your recording, and also you are going to deposit in a particular bank. When you deposit in the bank, you have to select this one, and you will see how many checks in the undeposited funds. Because we don't have any transaction, that one is empty. When you see the undeposited funds, then you can select which accounts you are going to use it, and you can save it. It's transfer automatically. You don't have to go into general journal transfer from undeposited to bank account. Everything the system will do when you select the right icon and give the data. Okay? This one, when you are listening, it's too much for you. When you started to do, you will understand very well. And this one, this is the statements. End of the month, if you want to print the statements, this is the icon you have to use and print it and send it to them. If anybody pay them, if anybody didn't pay outstanding more than the term period, this is the icon you have to select and calculate the charges. According to the term, you are giving the information, that is, if it is more than 30 days, the charge is 2% or 1% or whatever. That information, that transaction, when you click on this, the system automatically calculates for people, those who have outstanding more than the term. Are you okay?
Matilda, this one statement, this will show statement for customers, vendors, or for
No, this
what?
is for customers. See, this part is only for customers.
Only it will show statements of customers only, right?
Yeah, this one is, if you want to print a customer to send it to, if you want to print statement to customer, this is the place you have to go. Because most of the companies, you are receiving the statement, right?
Right.
Those statements, you have to go here to print.
Okay.
Otherwise, your outstanding information, you can check from reports. I will show that one later. This
Okay, right.
only for printing and send it to the customer.
Okay,
The
got it.
customers area, you can see this is the vendors area, this is the customers area, this is the payroll area. This is accounts, company, this is bank reconciliation,
Yes.
bank transfer, right, related with anything that is here.
Okay, got it.
Because after you started with me the exercise, you are going to continue at home, then you can pay attention to the screen, then you will understand which icons you have to use it. Very easy, very user friendly, and everything is obvious in the screen. Now you understand about purchase, the credit purchase, payment, and this one you will learn later about these taxes and everything. And this one is customers area also, you understand that, right? We are going to work with these two. And chart of accounts. If you want to see the chart of accounts, if you want to create a new chart, a new account, you have to go here and account, new, you can create new chart of accounts. And also if you want to see chart of accounts, you can see from here. And then you have a trial balance in your book, right? In Margin Makeover, there is a trial balance because the data you got it from me, like upload the data has chart of accounts, trial balance, the history of the transaction, everything is there. And I'm going to show, according to this, their trial balance is showing everybody have the software in front of you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to show first from here. No, I'm going to show here. You can open at the same time and see. Okay. This is the screen. You can see on the top the name of the company is Marlin Makeover, right?
Yes.
And this is the area. This is the home button. If you are in the different area, if you want to go to home, you can click on this home. And now there's see, there's a reports. You can see the report in the menu. Click on the report. I send the keys also. Did you receive the keys?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
The keys, you can see all the commands, how to record purchase invoice, sales invoice also. When you go, and also reports also, trial balance, everything is there. When you go to reports, there is an option, accountant and taxes. In the key, you can see how to print that trial balance also. You don't have to take a note, everything is there. When you go to account and taxes, you can see the trial balance here. Did you see the trial balance?
Yes.
Click on the trial balance. When you click on the trial balance, there's an option for the date, from and to. According to this trial balance in your handout, that one is January 31st, 2012. The date is January 2012. In your system, it's automatically show the today's date. What you're going to do is go and change the date, year first. Go and change the year first to 12, only 12, and go back to the small icons. In the icon, you are in December 12.
Do you have to do it right now?
Yeah, do it. Do it with me. Then it's easier for you.
Basically, you want us to make it match the book date?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the transaction you have to use this date because the book is like 2012. Otherwise, because all the transaction, all the histories belong to 2012. Please, when you are doing the journal, change for 2012. I'm going to open first 2012 and click this and go back to January. I'm going to go by this way. January is the next one. January.
Excuse me, Matilda, could you please tell me which icon it was?
I'm going to show you. There is no icon. There is a menu. See on the top?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the menu, yes.
Reports.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Click on the reports. When you click on the reports, you can see accountant and taxes.
Okay.
Under accountant and taxes, there is a trial balance.
Trial
The
balance.
second line.
Yes, yes, I got
Click
it.
on the
Thank you.
trial balance. When you click on the trial balance, you can see the date and from. Click on the small icon. This is showing December. I'm going on January 1st, and change the year to 12.
When I'm changing the year, it takes me back to 2020. I'm inputting 12,
Yeah,
2012.
yeah.
And when I click, just a second, 12. Okay, do I have to save it somewhere or just leave it
No,
the
no,
way?
no. You don't have to save it.
Okay.
First time when you're doing the transaction, also you have to change it. When you continue, it will continue according to the date.
Okay. So it's basically today's January 1st to January, sorry, January 12th. January 12th.
January 1st, 2012 to January 31st, 2012.
2012.
For
Okay.
the whole year of 2012.
The whole month. January 31st, because your trial balance
Oh, it's January 31st.
31st to the, yeah. And
Okay.
change the year. And press tab button. Use the tab button for go to the next step. And now you can see the trial balance and see the bottom. Is it matching or not? And actually, in the real life, if you're matching the total also, you can't say this is correct. But in the real life, you have to check the account number. For an example, if you start new job, when you're starting the new job, they will give the history of the previous information. In that case, when you are taking from one of the employee, you have to make sure the total trial balance, the end of the total trial balance, matching with the hard copy. The system balance has to matching with the hard copy. They are giving the hard copy sometimes, right? Otherwise, if they have any mistake, the mistake is coming to you.
Matilda, one more thing I have noticed. You see the date from your screen appears 01/01/2012.
Yeah,
and what I have, it's 2012 months and date in a different way.
Doesn't matter.
I think it's a newer version.
New version, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And also depends on the computer. Because of the Windows, if you change it, it's going to change according to that. It doesn't matter.
Matilda, I have a question. You know how to get to trial balance, we have to go to menu, reports, accountant, and whatever. Like, that's so many steps. Isn't there a quicker way to see the trial balance?
Yeah. That is the way we have to check the trial balance.
That's the way. Okay. Is that the way to edit the trial balance? Maybe.
Edit the trial balance?
Yeah, like basically we just edited the date on it, right? Is that how to make changes to it? Okay, because I'm wondering why there isn't a faster way to see, statements on QuickBooks.
But this one is the way. After you learn about this, when you are starting to work, because there are so many ways.
Okay.
Now we are learning about the according to the pre-program, we are learning that way. When you start to work, you will find out lots of different ways.
Okay.
Yeah. I will show that fastest way also later. Okay. Now you understand about that. Now the trial balance is okay. Now you can close the trial balance. When you are closing, don't close the top one. Only the trial balance you are closing. After
And right above the lower X, there's a number 9 and a back arrow. That's to go back to the previous page or something.
Where is it? Number 9?
So on the right-hand corner, where you just closed that trial balance.
Yeah.
What's that number 9? Right above your arrow, right above your cursor, where it says number 9, above the X, in between the two X's.
Oh.
That arrow number 9 is that?
Okay.
That's the back button, right? No.
Reminders.
Oh, never mind. I see.
Yeah.
I thought it was a back button.
But the reminders, if you want to pay those kind of things, it comes as reminder.
Is there a back button on this system?
No.
Okay.
Matilda, should we?
When you got the invoices and you have the previous one.
Yeah, you'll just have to go from home or wherever.
Okay. Should we click on yes or no to memorize this report?
Huh?
To memorize.
No.
No, okay.
Yeah. Next one, you have vendors information. I'm going to show vendors information where you can find out. See, this is the vendors. When you click on this, you can see all the vendors file, vendors list. From that, if you want to see the information, you can see the vendors information. See, these are the vendors. When you are creating the vendors, you are giving all those information. You can see in a different way vendors list and vendors information. This is one way. Now, vendors outstanding. Next one is outstanding vendors transaction. That is also any kind of reports, you have to go to reports. Go to reports and vendors and payable. When you click on vendors and payable, there is AP aging summary, AP aging detail. You understand what I mean, right? Accounts payable, aging means 30 days, 90 days, 15 days, according to that age. Aging summary and aging detail. If you click on aging summary, the total of the outstanding, it will show the total of the outstanding for each vendor. If you show AP aging detail, it will show all the invoices. Pardon me?
Somebody's talking to somebody else.
Matilda, I have one question. Aging summary and aging detail. What is the meaning? I think aging mean we have agreement with our vendor supplier to pay when due date will come after 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever we have. Like this?
It's going to show according to the age. 30 days, 15 days, 90 days, that kind of age.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
Okay. The reports, vendors and payable, aging summary. I mean, aging detail, it will show all the invoices. Aging summary, it will show only the total. If you have 2-3 invoices outstanding, it will show the total in the summary. In the detail, it will show invoice by invoice. If you want to see anything, you can see detail or summary, you can go which one you want. And the date also, you have to change the date for 12. And click on this and 31st. You can see the balance. 2,506, right? And also see, This is all the invoices going according to total. This is the age. 30 days, 31 to 60 days, 61 to 90 days, over 90 days. These are the age.
Matilda, I have a question. So when we're using the QuickBooks, we have to pretend that today's date is January 31st, 2012?
For this exercise.
For this exercise, okay.
Yeah, for this exercise.
Okay.
But in the real life, you are going to use today's date.
Right. But you mean like, is it for the whole Malin makeover?
The whole Malin makeover, yes. Yes,
Assume that it is January 31st, 2012 as today's
Yeah.
date.
According to invoice date, the year is going to be 12.
Okay.
Thank you.
Matilda, 1 minute. This aging, AP aging detail, this is related to which supplier? It is not showing the supplier name. So how can we know this related to
No,
which?
here you have supplier's name. See, date, invoice number, and the supplier's name.
This is keep it clean, faces in charge, keep it clean, office. These are supplier names?
They're suppliers, yeah.
Okay.
Different suppliers.
Okay, there are 4 suppliers showing 4 suppliers.
4 suppliers and
Okay.
the total amount.
Total
And
amount when
and
and also showing due date when we have to pay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
also, this is the invoice number. Invoices
Okay, right.
all the information.
Okay, I got it. But I was confusing. Maybe this is command keep it clean or something else.
No.
Got it.
Keep
Okay.
it in here, you have 2.
That's why I'm.
And officer outfitters 1.
Okay. Good.
Now, the same way you are going to check for the customers outstanding. The customers outstanding is on page 270. Go to reports and go to customers and receivable. Go to customers aging summary, and the date is going to be
118.
yeah, 31st. Then you can see the balance. At the end of the month, you have to see those reports, and also if anybody didn't pay within that terms, you have to do the collection call, and also you have to send the statements, right? You understand now, right? How to check those. Now we are going to start doing our exercise. Go to page 272. When you go to page, and this book has some instruction how to do the invoices and those things. And sometimes this book and the screen is little bit different because this book is belong to 2012, I think. Your software is belong to 2017. And some little difference when you are following. If you see any difference, don't worry about that. Go according to the screen. What the screen is asking, according to that you can follow. Now, there are SD1 sales invoice 3125. Did you see that entering sales invoice? You are going to enter the sales invoice. There is an invoice called SD1 sales invoice 3125. Who is going to read that? Read a little bit louder.
I'm sorry, Matilda, I have to leave you.
Okay. And also, do you want to finish this invoice and go, or you are going to go now?
I have to leave because I have a specific time I have to log in.
Okay.
Okay. So on Thursday we are meeting at 9:30, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Let me see.
Because tomorrow I'm working at the office. So
don't worry about that. I will give some extra out for you.
Okay, unfortunately tomorrow I have to go to the office.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, we don't have a lesson on Friday. Yes, you have sent us a new schedule. That's right.
New schedule, yeah.
My mistake. Sorry.
According to the schedule, tomorrow, no Thursday. Friday.
Sorry, Tilda, I don't have the schedule.
Me neither. I don't have that schedule. I have.
I will send it again.
Okay.
I will send it again for everybody.
Yeah, for me, the schedule I have says that the next class would be the 20th. So please send me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I will send it to you. I will send it to you tonight.
All right. Thank you so much. So what time is this class tomorrow?
Tomorrow class is going to be morning.
In the morning, 9:30?
9:30.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now,
Sorry, the class tomorrow is for morning?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Matilda.
So it would be nice if we can have this schedule today so that we can know the time and, be prepared.
I am going to send the schedule.
Okay, thank you.
And one more question, please. From where we get the printout? We have to print out ourselves, or is there any way we can get the printout?
Oh, you can pick it up on Thursdays. I believe. Check with Marina, maybe.
Thursday from where?
From the working. I don't know. Matilda has something to say, but Working Skills Center. I assumed we could pick it up on Thursday. No. Sorry.
The whole week she's going to be there.
Oh.
Okay, Matilda. Thank you very much. I will email to you then. Thank you.
The whole week, Tracy is going to be there.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, you guys can go today, tomorrow, every day, this whole
Thank
week.
you very much, guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah. You can go and pick it up. And some of the people are new, but I don't have your email address. Could you please send your email address to me? Then I can send the schedule.
Okay.
Because I can see many new names, but I don't have it in my system.
Okay. Then sorry. Can someone help pick up the manual?
Manual you can pick up from Working Skills Center.
Yeah. Can we send someone to pick on our behalf?
Tracy.
Tracy. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to read the transaction sales invoice SD1?
Yes.
Okay.
To AIM International, $3,150 plus $409.50 HST for customized seminars on international dress standards to prepare employees for overseas assignments. Invoice total $3,559.50. Terms net 15 days.
Okay.
Customer transact.
This is the
Just please tell us which page are you?
272.
272, page 272. This is
It's from the middle, SDI sales invoice.
This is the
Okay,
invoice
okay.
you are going to input in the system now.
Let's see.
Okay, Matisa, everybody is listening, right? When
Yes,
you are when you are inputting in this invoice, this is the sales invoice. Sales invoice, you have to go to under customers, create invoice, right? Click on the create invoice. Everybody is doing with me. Do with me, then it's easier
Yes.
for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Under customers, click on create invoice. You will see the same screen, right? In the same screen, in the top you can see customer number. There's an arrow, click on the arrow, then you will see the customers, list of customers, and select AIM International. This one is, don't worry about this because this is the template name. And come back to date. The date is February 1st, 2012. Go to February and then change the year. February 1st, I now change the year. That one is easier because you are in close to February. When you come to the invoice number, there's an invoice number is 3119. Delete that invoice number and write down 3125. Then you will continue with this number. 3125. Press the tab button. When you press the tab button, you can see due date is according to 21. Come back to the items. Click on the arrow on the item. What kind of services they are giving? Customized seminars on international dress standards, right? You have customized seminars, the second line. This is the service item. Click on the service item. Some of the items, they don't have price because the price will be vary sometimes. That's what they don't have price. Now you can put the amount in the amount place. The total amount is 3150. Press tab button. The system automatically calculate
The total with
yeah. I'm going to share it again. It's gone. Okay. Now you can see the total amount is in the bottom, right?
Yes.
All the information comes automatically. Customers, narration, and the price, total, and everything HSC is here. And there's an option here, message, customer's message. You can choose one of the message for the customer suitable message. Or if you want new message, you can create new message too. I'm going to choose this one. Thanks for your business.
I just made a mistake.
What is it?
Can I fix it, the amount?
Yeah, you can fix now.
But it shows me the message that says the credit limit for AIM International is 5,000. The current balance including this transaction is
You didn't make any mistake, but they already purchased more than their credit balance. That's what it shows. When you save and close, you will see this message. This message is because the customer purchased more than the credit balance.
Yeah, but I didn't save and close, but I just made a mistake with the amount. I fixed no.
No, if you make an amount, you can type it.
Okay.
By mistake, you press enter, I think. Okay.
So, Matilda, what do we do to this message where it says, we've exceeded?
Actually, in the real life, if you receive this, you have to inform the sales department.
Okay.
But,
what are we going to do here? We're going to click yes or no?
No, nothing. Say yes.
Yes, okay.
You are going to accept. Yeah. Now I am going to show, again, go back to previous invoice. Create invoice. Go to create invoice. And if you want to see the invoice, whatever you did now, see in the left corner, there's two arrows. Did you see that? One is previous, one is next.
Yes.
Click on previous. When you click on previous, you can see the invoice that you did now, and press Ctrl Z.
Control that does what I forget.
Ctrl Y. Press Ctrl Y, then you can see the transactions. The system automatically generates the journal. You can see the journal.
Isn't showing.
Ctrl Y. Go to that screen. Go to the journal. Go to the information, whatever you did, and press Ctrl Y. You can see the journal. You see that?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, right now I see.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. This is, now you understand the system automatically generates the journal. You are going to fill up only like a form. The system will do everything for you. At the same time, it's transferring to ledger, and it's when it's transferring to ledger, it's automatically go to trial balance too. Okay. Now you understand about how to the invoice. Next one. Close the screen and come back to the next one. This one you don't have to do anything. Close this one because, okay. Next one. Next one, go to page 279. 79
Yes.
SD2.
Yes. From AIM International check number 1,285 for $1,100 in payment of account reference invoice 3,084 and 3,118 check held for deposits.
Do you understand what is this? This is the cash receipt. You are receiving the check from the customer. When you are receiving the check from the customer, you have to give a receipt. That's what the name is coming. Names came from that way. That what is when you see the cash receipt, that means you receive the check from the customer. You are receiving the check from AIM International. The check number is 1285. The total amount is 1100, and they are sending the check for 2 invoices. In that case, this is the create invoice. This is the receipt payment. Click on receipt payment. This is under customers. You have to go back to receipt payment. Click on this. When you click on this, you can see the form and select the customer, AIM International. There are 3 outstanding. One is the newest, the one that you did now. There are 2 old ones. They are sending the check for 2 invoices. One is 3084, one is 3118. See, these are the invoice numbers that sending these checks for these 2.
Yes.
Then how much they are sending? 1100. Then you have to put the amount here and the date. The date is February 2nd. And this one is check. Select the check and put the check number. Check number is 1285. And see the system automatically put the tick mark, those 2. What are the oldest invoices? It's go according to that. This is put the tick mark for this. And the next one is the partial payment from this. The total amount is 1177, but the system take only 51150. The rest you will see in the next, after you save it, you will see the balance. Make sure everything is okay. Amount and date, check number. And also they are saying check held for deposit. That one is check held for deposit means you are going to leave it for undeposited funds. Now you are going to save and close. Everybody doing this, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. You understand the software now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to follow up what's going on, but I could not download the book on my laptop. I've tried several times, but I just want to keep following and see how it goes.
Oh, okay, but keep follow. You can follow now, but you have all the information in your book also. And try at home. If you have any question, bring it tomorrow.
Yeah, but when I tried to download the book on my laptop, it doesn't work out as it is showing right here. It shows something else.
Oh. Then you have to pick up the book from there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, 284, page 284.
284. Okay.
284, SD3.
To amount dated February 3rd, 2012. To amount.
Actually, in this transaction, we are going to adding the customer's record also before you do the journal, because there is a new customer. If you see the gray area in the left side of your handout, the customer's informations are there. There's a notes, remember? Can you see this?
Yes.
There is an information, customer's information. We are going to record this customer's information when you are creating the customer. Could you read it, please?
The gray one or the
Yeah,
the gray one?
not gray one.
Okay.
Transactions here.
Okay. To amount bridal party, set up new customer. Free clothing.
And I'm going to show how to set up a new customer first. Okay. There are two ways you can set up a customer. You can go to customer and fill up the form and click new and fill up the form. New customer and fill up the form. That one is one way. I'm not going to do like that way because this is first step after you fill up everything. Then when we go back to invoice. But when you are creating the invoice also, you can easily set up the customer. That's the way we are going to do it now. If you have new customers, 10 or 15 customers, at the time you can go back here and create all the customers, then you can start doing the invoices. Here, I'm going to show how to create the customer when you are doing the invoice.
Okay.
Click on create invoice. Continue with me. Click on create invoice. When after you click on create invoice, you can see this screen. In the screen, don't select the arrow because we don't have that customer. Now you are going to write down the name of the customer. After you write down the name, press tab button. When you press the tab button, you can see a small dialog box. Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh, that dialog box says Quick Add, Setup and Cancel. Quick Add means when you click on the Quick Add, you are going to record only the name. When you select Setup, you can give all the information. Click on Setup. When you click on the Setup, see, this is the name you gave it to system, and now I am going to copy and paste in the company information. And now the address. If you want to record the address, see there's a small icon. Click on this icon. And you are going to write down the address here. The address is 250 Basket Street, Ottawa, and those things. This is only typing. You can type only 2 lines. You don't have to worry about the typing. You know how to type.
Should we have to type it in a correct information right now?
Yeah. And see, this is the information, personal information. And come back to, there are other tabs. See, address information, payment settings, sales tax settings, additional information, and job information. Now, after you fill up this one, go back to payment settings. The payment settings is important because your credit balance terms, those information you are going to set up in the payment information. In the payment information, in the right corner, there is a credit limit. According to this information, their credit limit is 3,000. And there is a term. After you put the amount, go back to the term. And according to this, the term is 15 days. Select the term. You don't have to worry about this information. If you don't have any information, leave it blank. And the account number, they didn't give the account number. Don't worry about the account number. After you fill up your credit limit and the terms, go back to sales tax settings. The sales tax settings, that one is HST. Click on this and select HST. And the additional information, this one we don't have any other information. Now you can say OK. Now you can continue doing your invoice. This is the date. Date is going to be February 3rd.
I got a good one. Look, I got a good.
February 3rd. And the invoice number is 3126. Remember, I told you the invoice number will come automatically. See, first invoice you have to give 3125. The second one comes automatically.
Okay.
Now the item. Go back to the item. And the first one is clothing style consultation. Click on this and clothing style consultation number 1. And all the item quantity is 3. The second one is general consultation. Go back to the second line. Select in general consultation. The quantity is 5. Go back to the third line. Third line is reports. You can type the first letter, you can see that also. Type R, then you can see the reports. Select the reports. Reports is 3. Now you can see the total in the bottom. Did you see the total in the bottom in your screen?
Yes.
Make sure everything is correct and select the message, customer message. Depend on you can give any message. Make sure everything is correct and you can save and close. Everybody finished it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now go to page 292. Page 292. Memo SD4, memo number 1. Do you want to read it?
Yes. From partners, print sales invoices, and 3,000.
Could you read loudly a little bit?
Okay, sure. From partners, print sales invoices, 3,125.
Yeah.
And 3,126.
Okay. Now going to print the invoices. If you want to print the invoices at the end of the day, then you have to go back to file. In the file, you can see print forms. Under print forms, there is invoices. Click on the invoices. Then you can see 3125 and 3126. You see that, right?
Yes.
And when you say OK, you can see the screen. In the screen, you can see preview. Click on the preview because you don't have to connect with the computer, just print preview. Click on print preview. You have one invoice. The next page, the second invoice. And if you make sure everything is correct, you can print it. Or in the real life, you can email also.
Email it? Oh, how would we email it?
Because you have to have email number and connection, everything with the software, then you can email. In the screen, you have option, printing an email. Then you can,
right. You can print it to PDF and then attach it as an email.
Yeah, that one also fine. Yeah.
Or print it as a PDF.
Yeah. You understand now how to record the invoice, how to record the payment, and how to print the invoices, right?
Yes.
Pardon me? Someone is asking question? Any questions? Okay. Now SD5, page 296.
Memo 2. From partners, cash receipt 249. The check from AIM International was entered incorrectly. The actual check amount was $1,200. Edit the receipt to make the correction.
Somebody was asking if you made a mistake, how to correct, right?
Yes.
That one is yes. From partners, cash receipt 249, the check AIM International. That one is, we recorded as 1,100, but that is the wrong amount. We are going to correct the right amount. In that case, this is the receipt payment, right? Click on the receipt payment. When you click on the receipt payment in the right corner, left corner, you can see previous and also next and also find. If your transaction is recently, you can go back to previous and see. If your transaction is old, you have to go back to find because you will have so many transactions. In that case, you have to go to find. And in the find, you can select AIM International. and find and
Fine. Yeah.
tidy. Okay. Find, then you can see all the invoices belong to that customer.
Okay.
You have to give only one option. International, or date, or
Oh, okay.
or amount. Only one. You don't have to give everything. Sometimes the system will confuse. Then when you click on find, you have this one. Now you have to select which one is the wrong one. Then you have to go back to that. Otherwise, click this. Otherwise, go to previous. This is the one you made mistake, right?
Well, how do we know which one they're talking about? The only information they give us is receipt number 249.
249, and also they are saying 1,200.
Oh, right. The actual amount was no, but it doesn't say what the incorrect amount was.
Yeah.
We have the incorrect amount. So which is what was the incorrect? Like, you know what I mean? Which one of these are we supposed to correct? It doesn't. The book is kind of vague.
Well, they didn't say anything, but in the real life, you will know which one is wrong, right?
Right. So which one of these we correct randomly? Like, we can, I guess, for the purpose of learning this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what you are going to do is you are going to correct the amount. When you correct the amount 1,200, press tab button. But this one didn't change. This one has to be changed, right?
Right.
One didn't change. If it is not changing, there is an option unapply payment. When I click on unapply payment, this one will take away. You can do manually also unapply and put it back, it will come. Unapply payment, it's gone already. Now apply, auto apply, it will apply automatically. Or you can take it off by manually and put the tick mark again, it will come back.
All right. Okay.
Either way is correct.
The second, what was the second, right?
You understand how to correct, right? It's very easy to correction.
Yeah, but the second way to correct.
Pardon me?
The second way to correct.
Second way,
Yeah.
take off the tick mark and put the tick mark again. That's it.
Okay.
This one is faster because unapply and going, all the tick marks gone. Auto apply, the tick marks came back.
Okay.
That is correct. Now 1,200, fine. Now you can save and close. There's a dialog box. Any dialog box, if you get any dialog box, read before you save yes or no. Because sometimes if you made any mistake also, you will get a dialog box. This one is asking, do you want to save it? Say yes. Next one is 299, page 299.
SD6.
IST6. Yeah.
Dated February 3rd, 2012. From partners.
Could you read a little bit louder?
Okay. From partners, yeah. Sales invoice 3,126 was entered incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
The Amor party had 3 hours of consultation, not 5. The revised invoice total is 1,322.10. Edit the invoice to make the correction and then print the corrected invoice.
Mm-hmm. The same way you have to do it for that one also. Go to invoice, because this is the original icon when you are creating the invoice, right? Click on create invoice and go back to previous. This is the invoice you make. The second line is we recorded as 5, not 5. That one is going to be 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Right.
Did you read the transaction carefully, everybody? The second line is wrong because second line is 5 instead of 3. Then change that one into 3. Press tab button. Now the total is matching, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
now you can save and close. If you made any mistake at the end of the day, what you have to do is after you finish, go to transactions, the whole transactions that you can check from the reports, account and taxes, and journal. You can check all the transactions, matching with the invoices before you go. If you see any mistakes in the journal, when you double click, you can go to the original place. Then you can change everything and save it. Very easy. Now you can save and close.
Matilda,
Yeah.
it says in the same page to add like a memo, right? Can you do that like memo field too?
Yeah, you can do it in the memo. Yeah, SD memo number 3. Yes, you can do that too. Yeah, the memo you can write down any information if you're going to give it to in the system. Yeah. Next one. Page 301, SD7 in the bottom.
Matilda, what does SD mean?
Source document.
Source document.
Yeah. Source document 7.
Sales invoice
Mm-hmm.
3,127, dated February 5th, 2012. To ODSB, $185 plus $24.05 HSD for a 1-hour customized seminar for school staff on upcoming changes in policy concerning schools, dress codes, and how to reinforce them in a positive manner with students. Invoice totals $209.05, terms net 15 days. The seminar will be repeated in all schools over the coming months. Memorize the transaction with weekly reminders to begin February 12, 2012.
This one, where to go? Sales invoice? Create invoice, right?
Yes.
Go to create invoice. Instead of clicking the arrow, you can put the first letter of the company's name. So same as like O. When you type O, here go to customers, type O. Then you can see the customer starting with O. Then you can select that one. If you have 100 customers, instead of scrolling down, type the first letter. You can see all the customers starting with that letter. Then you can choose it the right customer. That one is faster. ODSB. And date is February 5th. And now invoice number comes automatically. Now go back to item. The first item is customized seminar for school staff cooking changes. Customized seminar for school staff.
Customized seminar?
Seminar, yeah, customized seminar.
The second one. The total amount $185. And also at the end of this sentence, could you read again, Bina? The seminar?
Yes. The seminar will be repeated in all schools over the coming months. Memorize the transaction with weekly reminders to begin February 12th.
Okay. After you finish this transaction, you can memorize this transaction to use in the future. Because it's easy to, instead of typing and selecting all those things, you can use this transaction in the future if you memorize. I'm going to show how to memorize the transaction. Check all the information whether it is right or wrong, and give the message. Okay. See, there is some button, memorize button. Oh, this is funny. See, there is a button, memorize button. Did you see on the top of the icons?
Yes.
Click on the memorize button. Then you will see another dialog box. The dialog box is giving the company name and also how often. That one is they are going to use weekly. And the next date is going to be February 12th. Click on this and select February 12th. And then say OK. Now you can save your invoice.
Is that going to be reminding you weekly just by doing that until February 12th?
Yeah.
Because it's like, because today's date is February, or the invoice date is February 5th.
Yeah.
And then the 12th is
next one is February
7
12th.
days after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so now every 7 days it's going to be reminding us?
Yeah.
Okay. Just by selecting 7 days later, it reminds us 7 days, every 7 days. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now you can save and close. If you want to do it next time, I'm going to show where to go and find out your memorized transactions. See, there's a list on the top menu, right? Click on the menu. There is a option memorize transactions list. Click on that. See, this is you memorize now. In the real life, you are going to have more 50, 60 transactions you can memorize. Depends on how often you are going to use it. Even different amount also. But I am always memorizing the transaction in my system because it's easy to, instead of data entry, it's easy. Account numbers, everything, it comes automatically. Then if you want to choose this transaction, you can double click or you can select it and enter transaction. Then you can use it in the future. Right? Anyway, you are going to use this one, the memorized transaction in this exercise, then you will understand. Next one is in the next page, purchase invoice. 302, purchase invoice.
Is the 8th, purchase invoice. 724, the number of the invoice, dated February 5th. From Keep It Clean, $150 plus $19.50 HST for a weekly cleaning of the salon. Invoice total $169.50. Terms net 15 days. Memorize the transaction with weekly reminders to begin February 12th, 2012.
Yeah. Now, what you are going to do is, this is the purchase invoice. Purchase invoice, you have to go to enter bills, right?
Yeah.
This is under vendors, purchase invoice under vendors. Under vendors section, there is an option enter bills. Click on enter bills. When you click on enter bills, here, this is keep it clean. Type K. Type K in the vendor section. You can see keep it clean. Instead of scrolling down, this is the fastest way. Keep it clean. And also the date is February 5th. That one is right. And the invoice number, KC724. And don't put the amount here. Go to the account. The account is cleaning maintenance. Type M. When you type M, you can see the account's names with M. And this is the maintenance and cleaning. Click on that account and select the HST. And the amount is $150. The memo is weekly cleaning. And now go back and check your total, whether it is right or wrong. After that, you can memorize. Memorize the transaction. Company name is there. How often? That one is weekly. And the next date is going to be February 12th. Next one is SD9.
SD9. Check copy 388, dated February 5th. To keep it clean, $321 in payment of account. Reference invoices KC 662 and KC 688. Assign check 388. Do not print check.
Okay. In this thing, check copy means you are receiving the check. No, you are paying the check. When you are paying the check, you are keeping the copy with you for the transaction. The check copy for keep it clean. Go back to, because you are paying. When you are paying, you have to pay bills. Click on pay bills. And also you are paying for two invoices. One is KC662. The other one is KC688. This is KC62, then put the tick mark for that. KC688, put the tick mark for those. Now the total amount is 321, right? And after that, go back to date. The date is, you are paying on February 5th. That one is correct. Don't print the check, and you are going to assign the check number. In that case, select the assign the check number and pay selected bills. After you select pay selected bills, there's an option to write down the check number. The check number is 388. Say OK. Now there's another dialog box. If you want to pay more, you can go back to pay more bills. If it is done, select done.
Matilda, I'm sorry, I completely missed this. You went to statements for this in the beginning?
Say again?
To make a check copy, you went to statements?
What statements?
The first, like I was following everything you did after you clicked the first item. Was it statements? Where did you go and where did you click first?
A check copy?
Yeah.
Oh, that one is this one, pay bills.
Pay bills. Okay, yes. Thank you.
Mafisa?
Yes.
I sent a key.
Oh, right. I can follow that. Right. Yes.
Open the key. Open the key. The vendor section, you have everything. Customer section, you have. And also general the reports, how to print, everything is there.
Beautiful. Yeah, I thought that. When I missed what you did, I was like, I'll just look at keys.
Okay. That one is easy. Next one is SD10.
SD10 purchase invoice 00692 and dated February 6th from Office Outfitters $180 plus $23.40 HSD for paper. CDs, printer, cartridges, and other office and computer supplies. Invoice totals $203.40. Terms net 20 days.
So you're going to click on enter bills.
Yeah, very good.
I just wanted to test myself.
It's easy, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Enter bills and put the first letter of the company's name. Office Outfitters. Typo. Then you can see Office Outfitters. And the date is February 6th. Go back and change for 6th. And now you are going to select expenses. That is computer supplies. And go to account and type C. Then you can see office and computer supplies here. Select the HSD and put the amount 180. And you can type what did you purchase. That is the narration. Okay. And now I forgot to put the invoice number. Invoice number is 00692. Like everything, all the informations are correct. Then you can save and close. How do you feel about the software?
It's easy. It's very straightforward. Like you said, it's very user friendly.
Yeah, it's not complicated, right?
I hate SAP. I had one class of SAP so far. And, I don't like it. It's not user friendly like this.
This one is very easy to use it.
Yeah, it's good.
Next one is sales receipt. Sales receipt means the cash sales. You want to read it?
Sales receipt dated February 6th. To cash sales customers, payment method cash. To hair consultation, $150 each.
You don't have to read the numbers, just what kind of items you are going to use.
Makeup consultation, clothing style consultation, makeovers and reports HSD.
Sales receipt.
Sales receipt total cash held for deposit. And memorize the transaction with weekly reminders beginning February 13th. The summary will be entered each week with different sales amounts.
Because this is the front desk cash they are sending every week to the accounting department, the cash sales depend from the front desk, sometimes different, sometimes the same. That's what they are saying. Weekly, the amounts will be different. Okay. If it is cash receipt, that is the cash sales. Cash sales, I told you where to go, right? That is in the create sales receipt. When you go to create sales receipt, cash debit, sales credit. When you go here, sales credit, account receivable debit. Now you are going to click on create sales receipt. And this is the cash sales, no customer's name, because the collection of the front desk, right? Then type C. And the date, February 6th. And the cash receipt number is 5. And now you are going to come and select the item, hair consultation, type it, and here the quantity is here. Quantity is 2. The second line is makeup consultation. Type M, you can see makeup consultation. Quantity is 1. The other one is clothing style. Type C, you can see clothing style. And the quantity is 2. And the other one is makeovers. Type M, makeover. That one is quantity is 2. And the other one is reports. Type T, type R. Report. And the quantity is O. Check the total and the date, number, everything is correct. And this one you have to help for deposit, right? It's help for deposit. No. Receive total cash, help for deposit. This one has to be undeposited funds. After you make sure everything is correct, memorize the transaction. Memorize the transaction weekly. And the date is 13 February 13. Okay. And save and close. Did you finish? Now we can go to SD12.
SD12, cash receipt number 250, dated February 6th, 2012. From OTV News, check number 4663 for $2,139.30 in payment of account. Reference invoice number 3097, check held for deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be receive payments.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Receive payment.
And then look up OTV.
Yeah. Typo, then you will
Typo.
see. Yeah. And you receive how much?
$2,139.30.
Yeah.
So the date is already correct.
Yeah. And press tab button and the check here, they pay the check.
It is check, so check is correct. Check number 4663. And we're also going to leave it as undeposited funds.
Yeah. They paid fully payment, right? Yeah. select whether it is undeposited funds or not. Yeah, go. Save and close.
If it was a partial payment, do we do anything different there?
No, because nothing different. You have to change.
We're just recording the receipt of payment.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. When we let's say so this is a full payment just because it says we received a check for $21.39.30 in payment of account.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, this was only $1,000 that we received.
Yeah.
The system will automatically update their balance owing to $1,139.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That one is when you are doing the journal, you are not going to see the balance, but after you save it, when you open that again, then you will see how much balance she owes.
Got it.
Next one.
SD 13.
Can we deposit to bank account?
Right, making it a deposit to a bank account. Our next source document involves depositing all checks and cash held for weekly deposit to the bank checking account. Refer to the following source document as we work through the steps to enter it.
SD 13?
SD 13 memo number 4, dated February 6, 2012. Okay, so one question I have, Matilda, is what does this mean from partners? Who are partners?
Because remember when you are reading this company information, there are 2 or 3 partners doing this business.
Oh, right, because Malin's Makeover, this business does have 3 partners.
Yeah, that's why I have to read it, because what kind of company you are working with, it's a partnership, or what kind of service they are doing, all kind of things. If you understand when you are doing the journal, it's easier for you. That's what
Right. This is a memo after all. It's a message from partners.
Yeah.
This is what it says. Got it. Okay. So from partners, the memo says, deposit all checks and cash held for weekly deposit to the bank checking account. Total deposit is $5,531.
Yeah, that one is, you already save it in the undeposited funds, and all the cash, whatever you receive, you save it in the undeposited funds. Now the partners are telling you have to transfer to checking account. Okay. In that case, this is the receipt payment. You already recorded in here. Now you are going to transfer to checking account. This is the arrow mark. The path is showing where to go. Now you are going to record deposit. Click on the record deposits. When you click on the record deposit, you can see the amounts, how much you have. There are 3, I don't know, how many entries you have? Can you
3. Yes, 3.
Hello? Okay. Okay. 3. Now, you have to click on select all in the bottom. When you click on select all, you can see the total here. According to them, they ask you to transfer 5,531.50. The total is correct, right?
It matches, right.
Yeah. Now you can say OK. The next. When you click on OK, you are going to see the next page. In that page, you are going to select which bank account you are going to choose it. They are saying the bank checking account, but you have bank checking and bank saving. You are going to save it in the bank checking account. And the date is February 6th. February 6th is okay. Now, there is another options also in the bottom that you are not going to do it now. When you are doing, I will explain that. Now, and the other thing, okay, that's it. Now you can save and close. The system automatically transfer from undeposited funds to checking account. Understand why they have that icon. Normally all the companies, they are not following. But some companies they are following because they are not sure which bank account they are going to deposit. At the end of the month, when they are doing the bank reconciliation, they will have a problem with the book and the bank statement. Right?
Okay. Right.
After you finish 13, now you are going to do 14. That one is page 307.
Matilda, can
Yeah.
I just leave the meeting because it's already 4 and I have something to
Okay,
do.
okay. But you understand very well, right, Bina?
Yes.
Yeah. The software is...
Will you be continue or
pardon me?
will you be continue?
Yeah, we are going to continue tomorrow.
I mean today.
Today, I think 3:58, right? Yeah, now 3:58. We are going to leave. We are finishing at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
That's only 2 minutes.
Okay, I will stay for just 2 minutes.
It's finishing now. If you want to go it, you can go. I'm going to ask the new people. Could you put your email address in the chatting box?
Okay.
We'll find out.
Tomorrow the class is from 9:30 till what time?
9:30 to 12.
12. Okay, maybe after that only I can go.
Yeah, I will send the invitation. That's what I need. The email addresses